All right. Let's start diving into it. What's up, Brad? How you doing today? Welcome in. So, Bitcoin, beautiful bullish consolidation above 91,851. Even got a bullish back test. Would you look at that? Look at that. Anyways, on your daily time frame, we are now holding the 50% retrace as support. All right. What is up, Love Guru? Also, Love Guru, I'm noticing something. Were you not subscribed? What is that? I got notified on Streamlabs OBS, and it's like, you just subscribed. I was like, what? Anyways. So Bitcoin right now looking pretty darn good. We are back above a level that could have acted as resistance. Now is possibly starting to act as support, which is beautiful. Nanya, what is up? How you doing? Welcome in. So yeah, looking at the daily, of course that stochastic looks terrible, but we are still not overbought. We're not showing any signs of bearish divergence, so we don't have any reason to believe there is a pullback coming unless the whales decide to get a little frisky. Looking at our 4-hour time frame, once again, just a little overbought, but now we're trading sideways. You're back? Well, I'm glad you're back, Love Guru. I'm glad you're back. Anyways, trading sideways is good. Stochastic is back into neutral territory. Could we see a little more downside? Of course, that is always a possibility. There could be some profit taking. However, I don't think we're going to see that. At least not tomorrow. Maybe we see it overnight. Probably not tomorrow. But going into our 1-hour time frame, on the 1 hour, you can see we do have positive money flow here. We are getting this Cypher B sell signal. However, we're still above the 50 simple. There's no bearish divergence. There is none. They're just buying. So this is all looking like bullish consolidation in my eyes. And with that being said, it does line you up for another leg up. So currently, if we did pull back, maybe we would see 90,583. However, I'm thinking your next leg up, we could be looking at anywhere between 99,850 or even as high as 102,086, getting to that 786 retracement on the daily. The 786 is sitting right on $102,094. So we could find that sometime soon. Savage, how you doing today? Welcome in. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm getting prepared for having the children all day tomorrow. I'm doing all right. Can we check Sui and Not, please? Sure. Sui and Not. I hope you stick around for the long run because, we will be going through the list that I have for you guys. And I do believe a certain amount of tokens on this list you should probably pay very close attention to, and you all are front running the video that I'm going to be posting tomorrow, as well as you are heavily front running all of the TikToks and shorts that I will be posting based off that video as well. Are you in any longs? I am. XRP, Brad, we will be looking at XRP, don't you worry. You saw the video on VThor? Yep. It's going well. It's going well over there. VThor is going through a small pullback right now, but I don't think that's anything to worry about. Liquidation heat map real quick before I start talking about the list of crypto that I have for you guys, and then we'll go from there. So looking at the daily heat map for Bitcoin, looks like there's very few longs because the longs got devastated. So now we're just looking at, will the shorts get taken out at 95,266? There is $98 million sitting there ready for the taking. Checking out your weekly time frame, this is actually going to be very important. So they already took out these longs. What are they going to do next? They have not been able to bait in enough shorts, in my opinion, so maybe we see a small move to the downside. However, we also could see this $95,284 hit, and that's $124 million that will get liquidated. We're going to see what happens. I don't know that these longs really have to worry that much, but hey, anything can happen overnight. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the list that I have for you today. We're going to be checking out the normal ones as usual. So Ethereum, XRP, Solana. We will be looking at SUI. We will be looking at ADA, HBAR. And then for the video, I'm going to be covering this in relatively more detail. But we're going to be looking at the deepen tokens tonight. HNT, Power, Render, Demo, Hive Mapper, aka Honey, Filecoin, RAVE, and then of course we're going to look at the two trades that I'm currently in, which are T-Fuel and Gas. So hopefully that list is good for you. If you did not hear your token and you would like it seen, go ahead and request it. I am here for all of the requests, and hopefully you're here with me. Anyways, let's go into the rest of these tokens. Looking at Ethereum right now, it is working its way up, finding a bit of resistance at its 50 simple moving average. We had this mapped out for a little while now. We're just waiting for it to hit 1942. If you manage somehow, some way to break that 1942, and you break out of this longer term downtrend, you do have a golden retrace to look forward to. If the bulls are willing, you could get pushed all the way up to $3,067. So if this does continue even beyond what I'm thinking of for the short term, you're looking at an additional 70% upside from where you're sitting right now. And right this moment, you are trading at $1,795. Let's see if the Ethereum whales have it in them to keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. XRP, begrudgingly I have to say, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. We're still working on that 17% upside move, trying to get to $2.45. However, because you broke out of this downtrend and you're staying out of it, this thing looks absolutely crazy, and you could be finding yourself getting all the way up to $5.21. You just got to give it a lot of time. So we're going to see what happens here. But in the short term, $2.45 looking pretty good. You break that, you're looking for $3.03. Disappointingly, I'm saying positive things about XRP. I'm still hopeful for the 58-cent prophecy. Still hopeful. I'm in Atom and LTC. Could we check? I got you, Love Guru. I got you. Atom and LTC. Got you covered. Savage, not an HBAR, please. Yeah, got you covered. Don't you worry. We're already going to look at HBAR, and I already wrote down not. Got you covered, Savage. Anyway, so Ethereum, or XRP, looking pretty decent right now, and looking like it just wants to finish its move. You have been bullishly consolidating. You've already reset your 1 hour stochastic. Tau analysis, please. Rocky, I got you covered. We will check out some Tau. TAO. Got you covered. Alright, so right now, we are bullishly consolidating. We look like it's actually getting ready for another leg up, which is very surprising to me. You have a little bit of bearish divergence, but I don't think that's anything to worry about right now for XRP. So on your very next move up, looks like we're lined up perfectly with the original move. $2.45 should be coming on your next leg higher. Moving on from XRP, let's go ahead and jump into a Solana. So Sol, beautiful. It basically hit our measured move. Now you are bullishly consolidating. Absolutely great. Your next leg up, I would expect it would be 175, but let's find out here. So keep in mind, you could come as low as maybe the 141. Maybe it gets a little bit deeper. Just keep that in mind if you do pull back. But next leg up, 166 to 175 could be coming. So let's check it out for Solana. That's another 10 to possible 16-ish% upside. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love the price movement Solana's been doing. It's been doing a great job. All right, SUI is next. So checking out SUI. Beautiful movements, exceeded the 28% move that we expected, so we can get rid of this. Now you're seeing that same bullish consolidation, and one thing you do got to think about, there's a little bit of bearish divergence, so there is a possibility it pulls back just a little bit. Could you take a look at Ren, JASM, and TRON? Sure, I got you covered, Cam. So Ren, JASM, and TRON. TRX? Is that TRON? I think, no, that's not TRON. What, no, it is TRX. I believe that's TRON. Yeah, if you put the tickers down, it's a lot easier, a lot more streamlined. I'd appreciate it, guys. Anyways, right now for SUI, we could find ourselves going up to a resistance. I wouldn't expect too much more because I would like to see a bit more consolidation. This upsloping consolidation, I never really like to trade into that. So I'll just say, hey, we could be going up to hit some resistance, and then there might be a little bit of a pullback there. So another 11% could be coming. Noted, if you do start pulling back right now, because we do have some mild bearish divergence, I'd be looking for anywhere between 261 and 250 as levels where you could catch a bounce. So maybe a little bit of downside. I would wait for all indicators to reset and or get to a level of resistance or support. Do one of those. All right, moving on from SUI. SUI right now is looking decent, but ADA is next. Tornado Cash? Didn't Tornado Cash die or something? Did they come back to life? Alright, looking at ADA Cardano, we're doing a bit of consolidation, of course, just like the rest of the market, but our measured moves to get up to 76, possibly 79 cents. We're looking really good for that, which is nice. Very nice to see. TRON is Tornado Cash. Oh, gotcha. Well, that's my bad. I didn't realize that. I did not realize that. Thanks, Cam. Appreciate that. All right, so checking out our 4-hour time frame for ADA. The problem we have right now is we're still in the overbought territory, so expect this thing to come down. You could come as low as this 200 simple moving average. Let's go ahead and move this out to right here, because we have to readjust our uptrend. We could also come all the way down to the uptrend. Just keep that in mind. For your next leg up, though, it looks like it's almost a certainty you're going to go up and test 79 cents. So just be patient. Maybe wait for the morning. So historically, when we do have a lull in the week, Thursday turns into a high volume day, whether it be to the upside or the downside. Currently, the market's been trending up, so I would expect an upside move. Of course, Trump could tweet something and ruin that, but hey, we're being hopeful out here, okay? We're being hopeful. Moving on from ADA, we have HBAR. So checking out HBAR, Hedera hash graph, finally getting a little bit of separation from that level of support. We're still looking for 21,155. That 28% move to the upside, still loading up. But for now, we do have what looks to be another leg higher coming soon, which now it's looking like that next leg up, we're going to get that finishing move, which is nice, which is very nice. So we could see a 17% rise out of HBAR. HBAR is looking really bullish right now. And noted, these are just the short-term scalp trades. You're really looking for HBAR to come up to like 29.59, a 76% move to the upside. So just understand, as I fly through these charts, I'm looking at lower time frames. I'm looking more at scalp trading, day trading, things like that. If you guys want more in depth, just drop it in the chat. Just say it. But I think 17% is a really good start. Just my personal opinion. You guys could think otherwise. For the longer term swing traders, just say, hey, can you elaborate, please? Or I'm looking to swing trade. What can I hold long to? Do something like that. That would help out a lot. All right, next up we have HNT. So these already have the TA done, so I'm going to fly through these really fast. So HNT, right now, you are resetting. You have broken out of your recent downtrend. You do have an upside target. Once you can finally break above 395, you are looking to hit 571 on a golden retrace. Looks like the next leg higher, we could see HNT doing about a 65% move to the upside. This thing looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. No bearish divergence on the 4-hour, just bullish consolidation with higher lows. This is absolutely phenomenal. This is exactly what you want to see in an uptrend. So HNT, put it on the radar. It hasn't moved yet, and when it does, it's probably going to be a little explosive. Anyways, moving on from HNT, we have Power. So checking out Power Ledger. This one, it looks like it's getting really close to that overhead resistance. You do you have bullish consolidation on the 4 hour. That's insane. I didn't realize that. You have a measured move getting up to 19.95, but you have overhead resistance at 20.29. So I'm expecting you to at least tap onto that real quick. If you look at the stochastic on your 4 hour, this tiny little move right here has reset your stochastic. I would expect this thing to move sometime tomorrow. This might go absolutely crazy. So power in the longer run, you're looking for that golden retrace. Could be coming up about 82%. I guess right now, this moment in time, since you're trading at 1839, another 17% or 73% upside could be coming. So yeah, keep power on the radar. All right, next up we have Render. So Render, I didn't even realize is considered a deepen play on top of an AI play, but you are getting a little bit of a retracement right now. You have this uptrend that's still trying to hold true to. You do have another level of support right down here at 421. You could come as low as this 50% retrace, of course, at 417. So I wouldn't get in this thing too soon. I would wait for the breakout in the back test of 466. But in the short term, you could find yourself going up something like 24% from where you're sitting right now. Once again, that stochastic on the 4 hour is very telling. You're resetting extremely fast. This could start moving tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, but it looks really good. Going into the longer term time frame, your golden retrace, you're still looking for another 86% upside for Render. Render looks awesome. All right, moving on from Render, we have Demo. So I'll be honest, I never heard of Demo before I decided to look at the chart, and I like the chart. I really like this chart. So on the daily, I don't find these too often, but double bottom plus higher low. This is great. This looks absolutely amazing to me. If we go into the daily, you can also see we have a stochastic that's resetting off zero price action, literally trading sideways. So this is actually getting ready for a major move to the upside. This could see a 158% move to the upside, and for the swing trader out there, you could put a very nominal stop loss, probably sitting somewhere right around this 0.56903, and then you could get this entire move up on the golden retrace if the market continues to keep pushing things higher. So this one I definitely think you might want to consider keeping on your watch list, but I will never give you financial advice. Anyways, going on from here, we have Honey. So Hive Mapper. Checking out this chart, looks pretty good on your daily. You hit a low for the second time. Now you're catching some bids. This is great. What I can see from here is you could see that golden retrace, which is 229% upside, or you could even hit that overhead resistance, 261% upside. Honey looks like it is worth accumulating at these all-time low levels. We're going to see what ends up happening, but I like what I'm seeing right here. I really do. The bullish divergence, just, nice little chef's kiss. Beautiful. But yeah, Honey looks really good for holding. Anyways, going on from here, we have Filecoin. FIL. So Filecoin got a little bit of a bump from the beautiful AI boom that we had the other day. Now it looks like, because it is a storage play, it's continuing its move to the upside. We had this mapped out of the 23% upside. We recently retook the 50 simple moving average on the daily, which is great. We are nowhere close to being overbought. Your golden retrace is to come all the way back up to $5.99. And since we're trading at $2.76, that is another 118% upside that is possible after the breakout of the daily downtrend. So this is something you really should probably consider holding on to, especially because you are at great areas of accumulation down here at the all-time lows. All right, moving on from that, we have RAVE. So RAVE, I think it does storage as well. You are in this absolute godly looking falling wedge. You also had a more sharp downtrend that you broke out of. You have your bullish divergence here, high or low even, on a golden retrace. You're looking at 213% upside. This looks great. If you do get that break to the upside, now we're going to be talking about something a lot higher. But you know what? Let's not put the cart in front of the horse. Let's just let this thing start moving. But right now, in the mid to longer term time frames, maybe this takes a month, maybe it takes 2 months. I don't know. But you could see 213% upside on RAVE. All right, moving on from here. We have the two trades that I'm currently in. T-Fuel is one, which it is the fuel token of Theta. I decided to jump in on this trade when I looked at it on a lower time frame. I believe it was a 1 hour or something earlier today. It looked great. Absolutely great. The fact that we were bullishly consolidating and we popped up, this makes me happy. So right now I'm looking for this thing to move up 46% to the upside on your next leg higher, based off what it did back here. So let's see if it happens. This could take all the way in through the weekend, but I'm optimistic, very optimistic. And then the other trade that I'm in is gas. This is the gas token of NEO. So this one is looking pretty darn good. You had a very distinct downtrend here, a very distinct uptrend. We didn't touch the uptrend. However, we broke out of the downtrend. Your next leg higher, we could be seeing 53% to the upside. I am banking on this one as well. If we go into my trades over here on our partnered exchange weeks, you can see them open right here. T-Fuel struggling just a little bit. We're down 0.17%, but the gas token, we are up 41%. So things are going okay. Things are going just fine. If you guys also need another exchange to facilitate trading, we are also partnered up with Buy DeFi. You guys can jump in there. Great sign-on bonuses. A very large amounts of tokens that you can trade. So if you guys ever wonder in the free Discord, all these different charts that I'm posting, yeah, between weeks and Buy DeFi, you're probably able to put some leverage on these things, and you can ride these for some good profit. Or you can get stopped out and lose all your money. Because, you know, leverage trading is a gamble. You should always have a long-term holding position before you start gambling. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Let's start jumping into your requests. First up, Adam. So I posted this one earlier today in the Discord. I also got into a copy trade on Buy DeFi for this one. So right now, right this moment, what I'm noticing is we had a very distinct downtrend. We broke out of it. We put in a higher low. We are maintaining an uptrend. And it looks like we are starting to move to the upside. What I think is about to happen on this next leg up is 38% upside, but you're more likely to continue and go touch that $6.50 level. So 38% might just be a little bit of an undershoot, but you know what? Better to take profits and have them than to miss the profit taking level and then all of a sudden, oh no, you're taking about half of it. I don't like to do that. But noted, if we go out to our 4-hour time frame, we do have a golden retrace based off this downtrend we broke out of. You could also be coming as high as $7.86. So this thing could actually rally from where it's at. You could see this thing go up 76% in the longer term, and it could turn into a formal test of your supply line. But I'm okay with taking this very little movement right there. That's what I'm okay with. So right now, Adam looks really good for upside. We will see. As long as the bulls decide to keep doing what they're doing, we will be just fine. 15-minute is set, ready to rock and roll. Low stochastics, sitting in neutral territory. Buy signal on Cypher B. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, all right. Gold USD weekly pivot has been reclaimed, and daily 2 sellers have lost ground. The stand on now because resistance 1 pivot is where it's heading, and if blast through, only heavens 3447 next. Very nice. Look at XAU/USD when you get a chance. I got you covered. We will check out some gold. TNT, tomorrow's news today. I kind of like reading your name. I like it. All right, TNT, we will check out XAU/USD. We'll check out those gold charts for you. I got you. But yeah, gold's been doing crazy. Absolutely crazy. I think I have it mapped out right now for like 3,600. It's crazy. Ugh. All the boomers are like, we told you gold was where it was at. I'm like, goodness gracious, I guess so. All right. Moving on from here, we got Litecoin, LTC. So checking out the Litecoin. Beautiful consolidate. Wow. That looks gorgeous. I love this. You round it at the top, rounding at the bottom to start pushing up again. This looks good. I like this. Let's go into our 4-hour time frame here. Nice uptrend. Very nice uptrend. We're going to mark that out right here. Great. Awesome. Love it. Now, on that first measured move, let's see how close we are to finishing it. Pretty close. $91.54, but you're likely to get to that 98. Can we check not? If we have time. Don't worry, Eod. We will check out not. It's actually going to be the next one because someone else requested it. You're late. Yes, we'll check out not. Don't you worry. Nanya has been crazy trying to buy the dip, buy gold, buy the dip. Yeah, trying to buy gold right now is obnoxious. So Litecoin right now, you could be seeing another 8.83% move to the upside just to finish your original measured move. But at that same point, you do have a level of resistance right overhead at a 16% run to the upside. Something else you need to keep in mind, you had this nice downtrend here that you broke out of. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something right here. Yeah, you did have that nice downtrend you broke out of. All right. Broke out of that. Oh, that's saucy. Your golden retrace. You might actually see this rally up to 114. Nice. Very nice. Then if we zoom out even further, it looks way more bullish. But we're not going to focus on that. Anyways. All we're going to... So you had your low back at 64. You were oversold this time. Last time you were up in the bullish control zone. So this next one might get you even higher. We could see if you manage to break 114 with enough volume and you hold at those levels now it could have the enough stamina to go up to 232. That's much longer term look, but Litecoin's looking pretty solid right now. Looking pretty solid. In the shorter term, I'd be looking for the 16, possibly 36% upside. So yeah, that's what I'd be looking for right now for Litecoin. Litecoin looks really good. Looks really good. Checking out your 1 hour. 1 hour should be absolutely fine overnight. I'm saying should, because once again, I don't really trust the other countries when it comes to all their trading. They could decide to just stop you out overnight, which is annoying. But 6.95% upside on a much shorter time frame on a move up, which is possible. I do not see the bear. I guess there's an argument for bearish divergence on the 1 hour. I'm not too worried about that right now. If we lose our lows, I'm going to get a little worried. But thanks to your 4 hour resetting and just getting into that overbought territory, I feel a little more at comfort with more upside. All right, moving on from Litecoin, we have not. So looking at not. Oh, it's broken out. What the hell? Great. That's beautiful. You are broken out currently. I would prefer if you consolidated a bit because now you have bearish divergence on the 4 hour. I'd expect consolidation. But since you did break out, whoa. Everybody calm down. All right. Since you did break out, I would be looking for some form of support, possibly around here, right around these previous highs. You could see it come back down there. But this falling wedge pattern, 85% upside for not, looking great. Golden retrace for not, looking even better. Even better. From where you're trading right this moment in time, you could see not go up 221%. Coming out of the abyss, then turning into somebody that you might want to invite to a nice little house party, kickback, maybe even to dinner with your parents. Who knows? This looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I just dislike what's happening on the 4 hour. You might consolidate for a little bit. By a little bit, I mean like over the weekend. Could just go sideways from here. It would be frustrating, but that just is what it is when the 4 hour gets overbought. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But no, it made great movements up. Nice daily candle close on the breakout. This looks good. This looks really good. Let's see what the 1 hour is telling us. Well, your 1 hour is telling me that I was full of crap for thinking it would actually consolidate for multiple days on end. So what the 1 hour is trying to tell me is, hey man, we're getting ready to move once more. And we could find ourselves up to 002527. Okay, 1 hour. I'll stop talking trash. Gee, just do it then. Just do it. 16% upside could be the scalp trader's paradise. Noted, if you don't stop at 16%, you have overhead resistance sitting at 30% upside. Let's go not. No wonder you guys are asking for that one so much. Anyways, next up we have Tau. So checking out Tau. Tau, I do think it is due for a little bit of a retracement. I know nobody wants to hear that, but when I see triple bearish divergence on any time frame, I usually get a little weary. When I see it's right up against a level of resistance, well, now I'm thinking you're going to pull back. So this one I'm extremely cautious on. I'm thinking a lower high would help out a lot in this decision making, but looking at your 4 hour time frame, you also are noticing the bearish divergence. So that has me a little concerned. You had a fantastic move to the upside. I'm thinking anywhere close to this green uptrend here might be a much better opportunity, or even if you can come back down to 284, get a nice bullish back test, that would be appreciated as well. Otherwise, you're going to have to break above 360, go touch 435, and then hold 360 as support. Also a possibility. So this one, too many variables for me to be like, yeah, let's go trade it. Yeah, no, I don't like this one. I wanted to back test something. But right now, on a golden retrace, you still have room to the upside. $530 is the target for that golden retrace. So I would say wait for indicators to reset, get out of this overbought territory on the 4 hour time frame, and then assess if it's time to jump into a brand new trade. But if you got into this trade down here, hey, enjoy the ride. Nothing but good times around here. Nothing but good times around here. A little consolidation never hurt nobody who got in at the right time. If you're looking to re-enter, well, you're going to need a little bit of a pullback. I wouldn't say need it. It would just be welcomed. So then you could feel a little bit more at ease that you won't get stopped out while you're deciding to have breakfast. You know? Anyways, moving on from Tau. We have Ren. Checking out Ren here. Let's go to HTX exchange. Yeah, that worked. Ew. I don't know what to tell you for Ren. Honestly, the amount of just the sellers got bored, that's all I can take this as. They got bored. It's not that they ran out of steam. I think they're more like, oh no, did we kill the project? Does nobody want to buy this thing? So, yeah, don't know what to tell you. You're in the absolute depths of the abyss right now, literally getting no price action as the entire market's more bullish. I'm gonna just let this one sit here until you make a move, put in a higher low, do something. I wouldn't touch this. I wouldn't look at it. Would not exist in my world. Just not at all. The only thing you can take away from this is, hey, we're broken out. But like, are you really? Are you really? your relative strength is getting out of being severely oversold, while the price does absolutely nothing. To say this looks like a hot dumpster fire is an understatement. I don't even think you should have money in this thing. This looks terrible. Been lurking, working on a bunch of stuff, but listening and watching on my other monitor, Trading Intuition. Guys, if you guys want a great guy to watch, go check out Trading Intuition. He was live this morning, and then he was also live last night. He's putting in those hours, but also he has a fantastic music. You guys definitely need to go check him out. Solid TA. He's got a good little operation over there. You guys should go check him out. Pepe, please. Bernard, I got you covered. Do you want me to just say sweet nothings to you again? How it should be making that 60% move to the upside, or did it finally do it? Because I'm not in on the trade. Nor do I own Pepe. So I just utilize the character for these thumbnails. That's all I do. Thanks so much for stopping in here, Trade Intuition. I do greatly appreciate you stopping in. So, yeah, right now, Ren, I have nothing to tell you that's good or even bad about it. It's just sideways and poopy doopy. I don't like this one. If for some reason buyers decide to buy this thing, well, you could go up and touch some resistance. 203% upside. Maybe you get a golden retrace. 353% upside. I'm just not very confident on this thing moving at all. Alright, I'm moving on before I get eye cancer. JASM. Nope, I take it back. Pepe's next. Checking out Pepe. Just need a daily update. I got you. So, Pepe, looks like we actually hit the top of the... No, we didn't. Not even close. Not even close. We're almost hitting the top of that channel. We're still not overbought on the daily. Looking at your 4 hour, you got a little overbought, but look at this beautiful stochastic RSI. When you see very little price action to the downside, and then we're resetting our stochastic that fast, usually they're gearing up for another leg up. So I'm still looking at that 60% upside move. Let's go ahead and get an idea of where that is. And we're still looking at 1169 to play out. Of course, in the longer term, you have your golden retrace sitting all the way up here at 1977, but let's just stay focused on this leg up. I will be here till you finish the stream just on another monitor. All right, Trade Intuition, I appreciate that. Hopefully, if I do things right, we will only be here another like 20 minutes. Hopefully. Because then it's easier to clip things out. By the way, guys, for anybody who's new to the channel, anybody who's wants an update, because I'm bombarding your either TikTok or your shorts page or something with all the shorts. Yeah, I'm clipping out not only the static videos I'm doing, but also these live streams. So the best way to get up-to-date information is going to be by joining the free Discord and requesting whatever chart you want. The second way, joining the live stream. In the live stream, of course, I'm doing live TA, but then on top of that, if you want completely out-of-date stuff, or no, then the next one after that is by watching a static video, which I already know, because I can see metrics. None of you do that, but if you guys watch the static videos, and you can actually get that. Otherwise, the shorts, the TikToks, all that stuff I'm posting, I'm like 2 days behind. So, I already got one guy in the comments of one of my shorts. He was like, dude, post what day this is when you post it. I'm like, I did it in a live stream 2 days ago. But you know what? Just show up at the live. Show up at the live streams. You're going to get up-to-date information. You can request things. Do that. Or join the Discord. And then all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, he's posting trade setups every time he sees them. That's amazing. Otherwise, enjoy the out-of-date stuff, because you know what? If there's one thing I do dislike, it's the amount of people who come in wondering like, hey, why aren't I getting Class A service for all this free stuff? And then they wonder why I have a little bit of an attitude. It's like, when we were in the abyss, all of us holding each other's hands saying, Kumbaya, it's gonna be alright. Your punk ass was somewhere else talking shit on the internet. So, yeah, either way, I think they all deserve outdated information. they don't deserve the gains that you guys deserve. So therefore they're gonna get late info. Rant is over. I'm sorry, but loving the shorts on YouTube. Trade intuition. I'm really glad. Yeah, I didn't realize how much I could flood the shorts, but my wife the other day, she's like, "Hey, why is it that like every other or every third TikTok I see is you?" I'm like, "What? Yes, I'm hitting the For You page, baby." I didn't realize how hard it was to saturate the market, but man, you have to post at least like 3 to 4 times a day for people to even notice your thing. Ugh, such a head scratcher. Love your rants, so true. Yeah, no, everybody comes in all late and shit, acting like, "Hey, well, I'm here now." Like, yeah, you get outdated info. You should show up to the live stream. It's a great place to be. Oh man. All right. Anyways, next up we have JASM. Yeah, JASM. By the way, we're still looking at that 60% upside for Pepe. I don't know if I made that clear. From where we're at currently, we're still looking at 33% more upside. Your 4 hours trying to reset nicely. Your 1 hour is trying to basically start catching some bids now. So I think it's going to have actually a decent night. But of course, you could still come down and touch some support, which currently is sitting at 835. I'm not going to say all those other zeros because it is a meme coin, and that's more of a mouthful than any one of my rants. All right, JASM is next. Looking at JASM. JASM's trying to break out. Oh boy, it's trying hard. Holy crap! Bullish consolidation, no bearish divergence to speak of. Holy smokes! Alrighty, JASM. We got a contender out here. Let's go ahead and bring this out here because it was a beautiful breakout, back test, looking nice, looking sauced up, juicy even. All right, golden retrace time. So we're gonna look at the longer term time frame here for JASM, where you'd be looking to get back up to 3970. So from where you're sitting right now, trading at 01651, you could see a 142% move to the upside to get that golden retrace from the breakout. Now, looking at this in the shorter time frame, the next leg up, what you would be expecting and or possibly seeing would be JASM to move up to 02395. So JASM, upon a breakout, maybe even a back test, we should be able to see 45% to the upside. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You have a nice little uptrend to work off of, which is right here. I wouldn't really pay too much credit to that wick to the downside. Looked like a liquidity grab, making sure that all of the longs were keeping honest. Get that stop loss below 1172. But as of right now, I'd be looking at this as your uptrend. This is looking good. Looking really good. As soon as you break out, it's going to be sauced up. You have a smidgen of bearish divergence on the 1 hour, which means you probably see it on the 15-minute as well. Overnight, you could pull back a little bit. Yeah, you do have bearish divergence and a lower high on the 15-minute. So for the scalp trader, you might be looking to short this. I would not recommend shorting in this environment. I would not recommend shorting in this environment. This is coming from someone who loves shorting. I would not recommend it. But if for some reason the bears do pull it off, you could see JASM come down 6.5%. I wish them the best of luck in these otherwise bullish conditions, because guess what? The bulls have been acting like starved children from Ethiopia. And finally, you just put a nice fresh ground steak in front of them. And, grass-fed steak in front of them. And you just gave them a pair of forks. And then they said, you know what? Keep your A1 sauce. You knew how to cook this thing. And they're just going to town. So, yeah, I would say any dip right now, probably consider buying the dip. Probably consider it. All right. Next up, we have TRON. AKA Tornado Cash, because it didn't die. I see Ton. Whoa, wait a minute. See, I see TRA. What is Tornado Cash? Now we got to find Tornado Cash. Here we go. Here we go. Torn. I'm just dumb. Maybe it's dyslexia. I put Tron, not Torn. Hold on. Was it my fault? I feel Torn. Nope, you said it right, Cam. Son of a... Alright, let's go into Torn. You know, it's tough. It's tough not being smart. It's a hard world out there for the not smart. And I'm the representative right now. The not smart crew. Couldn't even put an O and an R in the right place. So we were looking for that 16% downside. It played out perfectly. Beautiful. Love that. Really, really grindy on the way up. This is something I probably would not enjoy trading. I mean, you're still putting in those higher lows. Still putting in those higher lows. Can't deny that. Did you get a 50% retrace from this high? If you got the 50, then this is going to be really easy to mark out. You did not get a 50. You came close, though. Came really close. So let's just say Tornado Cash continues catching some bids. And you hold support above $7.42. You could find yourself going up somewhere in the neighborhood of 14.9 or even 21% upside. First target would be $8.98. Second target, $9.50. That would be the next leg higher that you'd be looking for. But let's take a look at this weekly real quick. Tornado Cash is just a funky looking chart. Just funky looking. Did you break out of this downtrend, or do you got some work to do? Yikes. You got some work to do. So I would be only looking for that 21% upside. Got some serious work to do here. But if you manage to somehow break out and get a bullish back test somewhere, I mean, more than likely you're going to come all the way back down to $6.08. But right now, a 21% upside move looks pretty good. Pretty good. We will see how Tornado Cash does. Considering it was in that whole money laundering thing, I don't know if I trust this one. But to trade it, sure. Go to town. Enjoy. All right. Next up, XAU USD. All right, let's check out the gold chart. We're just going to check out the first one. Oh, so saucy. Let's check out the weekly real quick. And I think we need to look at the monthly for gold because it is one of those commodities that's been around since Jesus. Wow. So I had it marked out for $3,104. You hit it. You found very mild resistance from there, and then you continued to the upside. Next target, 36.15. A 16% rise. We almost hit it. Holy smokes. At your absolute highs, we hit basically 3,500. Yeah, we hit 3,500. So now, if we somehow, some way break above 36.15, your next target would be 4,127. That's ridiculous. This may be the dip. Who knows? You are overbought on the weekly. Anything that's overbought on the weekly, I don't know. I'd be very cautious. Very, very cautious. On your daily, let's see if we have... We have triple bearish divergence on the daily. I think a dip might be coming. I'm not certain on this, but I think a dip might be coming. I don't know. Man. There's no bearish divergence on the 4-hour, but you reset. I mean, for the 4-hour time frame, yeah, this was your dip, but I do think things are looking toward possibly cooling off for the gold chart, which means risk on could be coming, which is kind of nice. But let's just say this continues. You almost got a 50% retrace right there. Holy shit. But if you get another leg higher, Yeah, that 36.47 looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent. But yeah, seeing that triple bearish divergence on the daily has me a little worried. I don't know if we're going to continue making all these higher highs. We will see. That's all I can say. We will see. Could it go up indefinitely? I mean, technically yes, because it is a commodity, so technically yes. But of course, people's greed is going to set in. And when that greed sets in, they're going to take profits. And they're going to take a lot of profits. Because all-time highs on gold? I mean, when's the last time we saw all-time highs? So let's go out to the monthly real quick. Oh, and you're overbought on the monthly? Oh, God. Last time you were overbought on the monthly was down here, and we had this consolidation down. So you can take that as you will. But last time we saw an all-time high on gold. 2011 and then 2020. Welcome to 5 years later. People have been sitting in gold for 5 years. And now they finally get to cash out. You know, what I didn't do was this. Oh, we exceeded that like crazy. So, I mean, I guess there's an argument for some of the boomers out there. We could be going up to 4,630. Can I look at this in confluence with NQ and ES? I will look at NQ and ES. But yeah, I'm thinking the move for gold might be coming to an end. It's been a wonderful ride. It's been absolutely amazing. We will see what happens. All right, NQ. Mini NASDAQ 100 futures. NQ, oof, trying desperately hard to break out. Trying desperately hard. But the thing to really focus in on, you got oversold, you put in a higher low. So, I cannot ignore this anymore. You could break out tomorrow. Fun fact, it's a possibility. I don't want to put it too much into that, but there is a bullish case. And your bullish case at the moment for the NASDAQ, you could find yourself getting back up to 21,235. The fuck? You're getting buy signals on Cypher B on the daily. This thing looks good. My thoughts are that they moved the opposite if the breakout gold folds. That's a good point. But yeah, no, we have an argument for upside here. And it could be a 13% move. Do we have bullish div on the 4 hour? Did we have it, I should say. No, we did not. We just had a higher low. Oh shit, we had hidden bullish divergence. What the fuck? Okay. I didn't realize we had hidden bullish divergence. Wow. And there's your uptrend that we respected. You can tell how much I pay attention to the stock market. Not at all. Otherwise, I would have been screaming from the hilltops. So what I'm talking about by the hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour is this right here. This down-sloping level of I don't know, support with this upslope of price action. Hidden bullish divergence was found. So there's an argument. The NASDAQ is about to see some really good days. 13% upside is extremely possible. I don't know what news is going to break for that to happen. It kind of looks good. You're also starting to reset your stochastic on the 4 hour already. I know it's after hours, but dang. That's absolutely insane. All right, let's go ahead and check out ES. Checking out ES. So, S&P 500 mini futures. Same thing. Okay, it's the same chart. Exact same chart. All right. Yeah, the NASDAQ actually looks like it's getting ready to go up. Asia market. Oh, that's what ES is? Yeah, there's that uptrend. And there's that hidden bullish divergence right there. That's insane. Insane. So yeah, for the NASDAQ, we're looking for positivity going into the end of the week. Maybe next week will be a very positive time. But yeah, going up to 5,954, a 10% move to the upside does not look bad. Oh, we're in the Asian markets right now. Got it. I understand what you're saying. Well, the Asian markets, what they really need to do is start pumping some Bitcoin. All right? Because, you know, the Chinese yuan is not doing great. Also, apparently the Swiss franc is hitting new all-time highs. So I was like, oh dang, Swiss franc, new all-time highs? No, so bad. Actually, let's do a little fun thing here. A little fun thing. Swiss franc to dollar. So the Swiss franc to the US dollar. Currently, 1 franc is $1.21. Wow. So let's check it out against the euro. Euro. So it's even stronger than the euro, which is 1.14 to the dollar. That is wild. I guess the only other thing to check is the English pound. Oh boy. Pound sterling, $1.33. So it's between the pound sterling and the Swiss franc. Oh boy. Just keep Trump away from his tweets and we'll be good. It's been real. Be back soon. Alright, sounds good. Sounds good. But yeah, so between the Swiss franc and the sterling pound, 133 or 121. So currently the dollar, I believe, is the third strongest currency out there. Third strongest currency. Damn. Alright, so checking in on our trades here. Looks like T-Fuel struggling a bit, which is a shame because I thought it would be performing way better. Looks like that 1 hour wants to reset a bit. That's okay. I guess technically we have some bearish divergence, which I should be alarmed about. Right here we can see it with the higher high, but that is on a low time frame, so we're not going to worry too much about it. Also, these gas tokens, they move kind of weird. They move really weird. So it's based off the activity on the chain and a lot less on the underlying asset. So there's that. Anyways, on your 15-minute, looks like we're reset. Looking like we could start seeing some more upside, but we do have triple bearish divergence on the 15-minute as well. This thing could pull back and stop me out, which would suck. But it's a possibility. And then, of course, looking at gas, gas is doing fine. Doing just fine. So apparently people are utilizing the NEO exchange, which, if it's the Asian markets, that kind of makes sense. Other than that, little recap on Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks like it's trying to roll over. We do have support sitting right at 91,851. So even if we do see a little bit of a pullback, that's not too bad. If we end up getting below, let's just say 87,276, that's when we can get a little bit worried. But as of right now, just consider this as bullish consolidation. It's no big deal. 15-minute showed us massive bearish divergence. But it looks like there's a little bit of green light at the end of the tunnel, because we could also put in a ton of hidden bullish divergence, which would cancel out the bearish div. Until we start seeing bearish divergence on the daily, I'm not really going to worry about Bitcoin's price and going up or any major pullbacks. Right now, I would be taking any pullback as a buying opportunity. So, anyways, that was the stream, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We kept it to an hour again. I'm doing great with these 1 hour streams. Yeah, I feel good. Pat on the back. Anyways, make sure you guys join the Discord if you haven't done so already. It's completely free. If you happen to be a member of the channel, well then I will not only enjoy seeing your chats tomorrow during the member-only chat, but also you will have access to the members-only channel on the Discord, where generally speaking I do post all of my trades and my stop losses and everything, so you can see how much I'm being a bonehead, or maybe I can help you gain your $5 back. Thank you, Trade Intuition. I do greatly appreciate that. If you guys are looking for any exchanges to do any trading or facilitating any trading, you do have links in the description down below. Thanks to ChatGPT, we revamped what the description looks like. It's way better. It's way better. I should have done that a long time ago. Once again, part of the dumb kid club. That's me. But yeah, anyways, hopefully I see you in the next live stream. Hopefully you go check out some of the short form content, which is all of this content, in a few days when you've forgotten all about it. And yeah, outside of that, have a great night. Keep your stop losses tight. I will catch you tomorrow. Take it easy. Deuces, everybody. Deuces.